In today's story, the teacher makes the biggest mistake of their life by leaving their mic on. Enjoy. So the subscriber who sent this in, let's call him Jimmy, right? So Jimmy, good kid. He's in this English class, and this English class is happening over Zoom. I'm not 100% sure when this happened. Maybe he's still in Zoom class. Maybe this was like over a year ago. But anyways, he's in this English class, and he's doing it over Zoom. And Jimmy's teacher, let's call him Mr. Savage, right? Let's call this guy Mr. Savage. Anyway, so Mr. Savage, English teacher man, right? He's a cool dude, I guess. I mean, the kids thought that until, what happened in the story, which I'll tell you in a second. But anyways, right? They thought he's a pretty cool dude. I mean, like, he wasn't like, he wasn't like, you guys, you seem stressed out. I'll give you less homework. But he also wasn't like, you guys seem stressed out. 3 tests tomorrow, 2 quizzes, final project due tomorrow as well, and yeah, we'll probably have a pop quiz, and all your homework is due for the rest of the year. It's due tomorrow as well. He wasn't one of those teachers, so he was fine enough. Anyways, on this day, this soon-to-be very notorious day, but Jimmy didn't think that going in. This would just seem like a normal English class to him. He gets in, he logs in on a Zoom, and it's going to be a good day in his mind because, a couple minutes in, when everyone joins the Zoom meeting, everyone in his class is there. Mr. Savage, he announces that, you know what? We're watching a movie today, which, everyone's ecstatic. I think it's pretty universal that whenever it's a movie being watched in class, even if the movie is boring, even if you couldn't care less, even if part of you might have wanted to actually do the actual work in class and the movie isn't the greatest option, if you hear that there's a movie, you're ecstatic. And the class has this GroupMe group chat. I don't know if you guys use GroupMe, but for some reason in the last 3 years, literally every communication with a group of people, for me, I've used GroupMe, and why that app specifically, it doesn't even matter, right? So the class is a GroupMe, and you see a couple of people be like, let's go, baby, and just oh man, this is gonna be good. And they didn't even care what they were watching. Because the thing is, especially in Zoom classes, I don't know about you guys, but I think it's pretty common that, the attention levels were not at 100,000%, right? And especially if he's going to put on a movie that no one was really going to care about, right? And then all of a sudden, all the Zoom, you turned off your camera, you turned off your mic, you're watching the movie, right? Huge quotes. You're watching it, you're just going to mess around for the 45 minutes or an hour or whatever, right? Anyway, so Mr. Savage is not the most, technically proficient teacher ever, which is fine. I mean, I'm not the most, technically proficient when it comes to Zoom anyways. What? I've definitely, been I don't know what I'm doing on here. It's fair enough, right? It is what it is. These things happen. But anyways, right, Mr. Savage, sets up another window. Somehow he, logs in on another account to screen share the movie. I don't know why he didn't just screen share it on his own account. Maybe he was planning on being busy doing something else. Wink. Not going to spoil it. I always say I'm not going to spoil it, and this is the first time I didn't actually spoil it. In the last 3 videos, I said the crucial detail. I'm not going to spoil it, guys. But this time, I just gave you a hint. I didn't spoil it. Are you proud? Are you proud of me? Anyways, right, so Mr. Savage, he sets up another window somehow. He has another account log into Zoom, and on that other account, maybe he has dual monitors. I don't know, maybe he's a big gamer guy. I don't even know, man. But he has he logs in with another account, screen shares the movie, and yeah, he starts letting it play. He turns off his camera on his main account, and he does not mute his microphone on his main account. This guy was technically proficient enough to add another person to another one of his computers to the Zoom class, screen share, but man, just he got sloppy towards the end, and he just didn't mute his mic. And unfortunately, man, when it comes to Zoom, the details, it's all in the details. If you forget to mute your mic, you forget to turn off your camera, you just forget to screen share the fact that you're live streaming, cheating all the answers, right? The small little failures like that will completely, they'll get you. Right, so everyone's in class, everyone's just having a good time. The movie starts to play, no one is paying attention to the movie, as expected, right? This isn't some kind of crazy revelation or something. And they're in the group me, and everyone's dude, this is great, this is sick, I really wasn't feeling it anyways. The fact that we get to come in and kind of do nothing for an hour is pretty cool. And one person was like, oh, dude, like, I'm going to actually go leave for like 10, 15 minutes. I'm going to have my phone on me. So please text the group chat if he starts asking us questions. Or for some reason, I just got to be back, man. But, I'm going to take advantage of, the blessed opportunity I've been given by this movie being played and just go and like, I'm just going to go mess around for a little bit. Like, I'll see you guys around, guys. And everyone was all, in this group me was all just like, feeling very good, just having a very nice, cordial time. But then someone in the group me was like, LOL, like Mr. Savage, he didn't mute his mic. Ahaha, let's hope nothing weird happens. That kid jinxed it. I really hope they went and beat up that kid. I'm joking. I am joking. But yeah, that kid jinxed it. It's 100% his fault, actually. Like, if we're putting blame on anyone, don't put it on poor Mr. Savage. He doesn't know, he can't, like, decipher the difference between a rock and a computer. It's not his fault, man. It's this kid. It's this kid for setting him up. Anyways, things are pretty normal, right? And, Jimmy, the subscriber, I really hope I named him Jimmy earlier on because I have in my notes that I'm going to call the subscriber Jimmy. So if I didn't, his name is Jimmy now. Get over it. Get over yourself. Like, just deal with it is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, right, Jimmy, the subscriber, the guy who sent this in, you can send this. You can send in stories to my Instagram. It's in the description of the video. Anyways, right, things are pretty normal, but then, he does notice, right? He does notice a little rustling sound, like some movement is coming from Mr. Savage, right? Mr. Savage himself, like just a little rustling, a little movement is coming from, like, you can just hear, like, him moving around. Totally normal, like unlucky he left his mic on, like that's unlucky, right? But he just thought it'd end there, and he's like, Mr. Savage, like, starts, like, if he gets on the phone or something, or I don't know, something embarrassing like that, like, or just a little embarrassing, right? Or maybe it's just the right call to, like, go in and tell him his mic isn't muted. But right now, like, no harm, no foul. Like, dude, it doesn't really matter, right? It is what it is. Like, I don't want to interrupt the movie because maybe if I interrupt it, maybe, I don't know, he'll start asking me questions and, oh my God, I've not been paying attention. It's only been 7 minutes, but I've not been paying attention. But all of a sudden, right, instead of rustling sounds, because the microphone went mute for a while, right? And the sound of the volume of the movie was like took over again. You start hearing the subscriber, Jimmy, is just like, he doesn't really believe what he hears at first, but he starts hearing like the sounds of like anime or something. He's like, what? And yeah, no. It's like the sounds of anime coming from, Mr. Savage's computer. And then everyone in the group me lights up, man. The group me just goes insane. It's like, Mr. Savage watches anime. That's so funny. Like, I could totally hang with this guy. Like all this kind of stuff. Because, I mean, anime is cool. I have not gotten into it personally. I think it's cool. Like, I definitely could. If actually leave your suggestions in the comment section down below, because I might unironically watch something you suggest. Anyways, right? Everyone's like, oh, that's so funny. Like, like, that's cool. That's cool. Like, Mr. Savage, he's on the cool list now. He gets the thumbs up. He gets the plus. He gets the big, like, yes, he's the cool. Let me just say, it turns south. It goes bad. It goes bad so fast. It was so good for a second. It was so good, man. It was so good. Before I get into the downfall of Mr. Savage, basically, secret word of the day is anime. So if you made it this far into the video, comment anime down below. I'm going to try and heart as many of those as I can, but I just can't get to them all, unfortunately. I do my best, and I really do want to show my appreciation for you guys giving me that wonderful, wonderful watch time, So I'll do my best, but unfortunately, no guarantees. It is what it is. But yeah, comment anime down below. And while I have your attention, right, every couple videos, I'll shout out a random channel member. So yeah, just to this guy on screen or gal or whoever, right? I appreciate it. Appreciate you being a channel member. If you want to join the channel, you can hit that join button. Also, I just did a whole channel member only, ask me anything type thing. I'll do those occasionally. To answer those, you have to be a channel member. I just don't use Discord. That thing's kind of toxic. So it's the closest thing I can do. Anyways, back to the story. Anyway, so at first, everyone thinks it's cool. Mr. Savage, right? He watches anime. He's one of them. He's one of the cool kids or whatever. I don't know, man. And they're just all like, haha, that's so funny, right? But here's the thing. This is a very special type of anime. A very, very special type. a type that, yeah, because like, yeah, with a lot of anime, right, maybe you can like watch it with a younger brother or sister, or maybe you can watch your parents, maybe you can even have your grandparents join in on the action. Let me just say that, this special type of anime, you probably do not want to watch it with your parents. You probably do not want to watch it with your grandparents. You probably do not want to watch it with your younger siblings, right? It's probably something that if you are going to watch it, you're going to watch it by yourself in a place where no one knows that you're watching this. Do you catch my drift? Do I need to be clearer? I'm trying to be paid for this video. I can't make it. I don't want to be demonetized, please. I can't get any clearer, guys, please. Yeah, let's just call it a very special anime. And you might be thinking like, Connor, like how would you know, right? Like how would someone know if it's this very special anime? Let me just say something, right? So while the anime, it was in, I probably like Japanese or something, right? You can't understand unless you know Japanese, right? If you don't know Japanese, you can't understand what they're saying. But let me just say that there are some sounds that are there are some sounds that are just universal, man. You don't need to know the language to know exactly what is going on. Like, these people could be speaking in French, they could be speaking in Japanese, they could be speaking the native language of Kazakhstan for all I care. It doesn't matter. There's some noises that go beyond language. You don't even need to know any language to know what these are. You catch my drift. And yeah, so that's when everything started going south. The whole group me was like, am I hearing this wrong? Like, oh my God, like no shot. And everyone's like, no, this can't be happening. This honestly can't be happening. Dude, this can't be happening to me, of all people. This can't happen. This can't be happening, man. It just can't. Everyone's like, what the fuck? What? Oh my, what? Why? What? The whole chat's like, oh my God. Do we say something? Like, because at this point, right, his mic's been unmuted for a while. And he's been watching anime, but the anime went south very fast. If you know, you know, right? And everyone's like, oh my, who's going to say it? Like, and I was like, dude, I'm not saying anything. I'm not going to be that guy. And everyone's like, someone has to be that guy. And the problem was, right, no one wanted to be that guy saying, hey, Mr. Savage, right, you're watching Actually, hold up, I don't want to be demonetized. No one wanted to be like, hey, Mr. Savage, you're watching some very, very special anime, a very special genre, right? No one wanted to say that, man. That's awkward. But here's the thing. It's even worse every second that goes by. It is even worse every single second that goes by, right? Because the longer they don't say anything, the longer that, when Mr. Savage actually figures out that he forgot to mute his mic because he doesn't know it, he can't tell a computer and a rock apart from each other, right? He's going to realize that, every second that no one said anything, they were just sitting there listening to what was going on. So every second that goes by, it gets worse. But no one wants to do it. Everyone in the chat's like, dude, I'm not doing it. I'm not saying anything, man. I'm not saying anything. I'm just not going to be that guy, man. I'm not going to be that. I'm not going to say anything. Everyone in the chat is like, okay, someone has to do it, man. Someone has to brave up. Someone has to be like our true king, our true savior, and just really stand up for the common folk over here and just say to Mr. Savage, please mute your mic, dude. Oh my God. And as everyone is just kind of squawking in the group me, just like, I don't want to do it, man, but someone's got to do it. Someone's got to man up. Someone's got to do it right. The situation gets worse. It escalates. I don't know how to say it, but let me just say that, in this very, very special anime, right? The very, very, very special anime, the sounds that kind of alerted them to the fact that it was a very, very special brand of anime and not your standard family-friendly watch it with your grandparents anime. Those sounds, the ones that you don't even need to know Japanese to understand what's going on, those get louder, and everyone's like, no. And everyone's like, dude, it's getting worse, man. Someone has to do it. Someone has to say something. Someone has to man up. And at this point, it has been like 4 or 5 minutes since, the special anime started. Actually, right, this kid in his class, let's call him Jackson, right? Jackson was just kind of like this, he's very nice, but he's kind of like, big football kid. I don't know, was probably wearing his hat backwards, was probably like totally into trading stocks or something. I don't know, like, I'm just trying to build some random kid. I don't know why I made him a football backward hat wearing stock trader, but yeah, that's Jackson, right? Anyways, right, so Jackson, very nice kid, very good guy. But you know what? He was having enough of this. He unmuted his mic, and he said, hey, Mr. Savage, your mic is not muted. Please mute it. And all of a sudden, like, everyone goes quiet. The whole group me is like, No one starts typing because everyone's just like, oh my God, he just did a Jackson. You're both our savior, but also you've exposed us to the cringe that, and everyone goes silent for a second. Everyone is waiting. Jimmy, the subscriber, sitting there in the Zoom call in anticipation. The group me starts going off like, Jackson, we love you, bro, but oh my God, this is so awkward. And, you see Mr. Savage's mic. It mutes, right? And he sits there for a second. And then Mr. Savage leaves the Zoom call. The movie's still playing because he has like another monitor or something, playing it on a different computer or device or something. But Mr. Savage, he just left the Zoom call entirely and everyone's sitting. The whole chat is like, whoa, like, what do we do now, dude? Like, what do we do? Like, he left the call. Oh my God. And then someone said, hey, everyone check your email. Turns out Mr. Savage sent them an email saying, sorry guys, technical difficulties. He left it at technical difficulties. All right, nice try, bro. Nice try. Subscribe if you haven't already. Now go watch another story video. Peace.